On this episode of Design Cut Build, we snuck in a project for my dad at Hot August Nights, and I'm surprised we got any work done at all. So let's get ready to design, cut, and build. Hello and welcome to another episode of Design Cut Build, and boy do we have a fun project for you today. So if you remember in episode 5, we went to Hot August Nights to give away our Torchmate Select Timeless Custom Award. But what you didn't know is that we also spent the week building a different project on site so people could come watch us work. As for the project we built, well, my dad just happens to own a rum company, and we wanted to make him a beach bar themed stand that holds the rum bottles. This was such a fun project to build, and we got to interact with some awesome fans in the process. I can't wait to show you all, so let's get started. So to prepare for Hot August Nights, Iggy and I briefly discussed the design of the bottle stand and what material we needed to bring to the show. We knew we needed to incorporate the bar mats for the rum. We also wanted to repurpose a tiki that my friend Dave Wood sculpted for me. As for what was going to hold the bottles, Iggy found some scrap pipe they slid into perfectly. Everything after that, we were going to figure out on the go.
What? Can't have fun while we work? Brand new machine. We're going to calibrate it first and then run the job. We like brand new machines.
See, all you got to do is pierce the hole with the plasma cutter, then manually bring the plate marker over that same hole that you just pierced. Make sure you set the program 0 first, and then there's a button here that just says set offset. We do that, and it automatically gives us the offset.
Right
Not that big a deal.
Simple enough.
While he's working, and a snack.
So you'll notice I'm doing this in stages because the plate marker, as it plate marks the material, I don't know if it creates stress or relieves stress, but you'll actually get a bowing function in the plate itself. So we have to straighten it out as we
Yeah,
tack
I can see that. It's pretty bowed.
So the reason we're getting a bowing effect in the material is because if you don't know this, metal is just like wood and has grains. So as the plate marker relieves the stress or adds stress in some locations, it will then add or relieve stress in other locations, creating that bowing effect in the material. So the more you plate mark, especially in the center of a plate, it will create more of a bowing effect to that plate. So everything fits like we wanted, but I didn't take into account that you wanted to lean these back. We could actually come in here and notch out the back, and then lean this into those notches.
They don't have to be leaning. I just thought it was kind of a nice touch to have them leaning back a little bit, you know? I just thought that that was a good look. But no, it doesn't have to lean. Well, the other thing we can do is make these to where they hold this down.
Oh, we could do that.
So when you put this in, you slide it underneath those, and it kind of holds it in place.
Yeah, you want to do that? That's kind of takes
now
care
these
of
are
all
at
of
an
our
angle.
problems. There we go. Teamwork.
Yeah. I wonder if
We'll go in.
Ooh.
like that?
I do. I actually really do like
All
that.
right, you just gotta measure a bunch of times.
How about you folks? You like this?
So we
All
turn,
right,
so we turn them in a little bit.
Having someone definitely show you the tricks, the shortcuts, huge benefit, huge benefit. It would have took forever to learn that without coming here.
So, as you can see, we already created the top of our beach bar rum stand. What we're gonna do is we're gonna attach this piece here to our tiki stump, okay? So first things first, we're gonna build the base. So we're gonna cut that out now, and then we'll be able to attach it with some wood screws, and then we'll be able to take this piece, weld some bolts on the bottom of it, and then be able to attach a top to here, and then bolt it to there. All right, let's get cutting.
We're doing it live here, so if you want to see it, check it out. Come on down.
We'll be here.
Yeah,
All week.
Plate marking, welding, getting dehydrated, getting sunburned.
It happens. Happens the best.
So, do we have a bunch of magnets?
No.
Okay, that's gonna be tricky.
If you remember from the Clock Trophy episode, Lon Damon from Lincoln's Motorsport Division was in the booth all week and helped us pick out a winner for the Torchmate Select Timeless Custom. So I thought I'd pick his brain as I welded up the base.
You know what's happening? Is that the weld's still there, and you're trying to go over top of the weld, it's not hitting the other plate.
I went past it, but yeah.
Turns out that was a good idea.
Yeah, they're all a little over.
That would have been so cool if you would have welded those welpers right to the piece.
I can if you like.
That would have been a moment. Just a little tap
Absolutely.
right here, just
Yep.
a little one.
Absolutely.
You're the expert, and I'm agreeing with you.
See the speed?
Yep. So you're,
it doesn't
you're
ball
doing
up.
it pretty damn fast.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, Lon is a master welder, right? You've got certifications, you've got gold medals. He's an Olympian welder. They have welding in the Olympics now. And yeah, he welded the Statue of Liberty together with a stick welder.
Many years ago.
Yeah, many years ago. Looks great for his age, isn't
Gold medal.
he? He's 130 years old.
This is the original part that I cut. You'll notice that it's missing something. It's gonna be really hard to actually mount this to our tiki post. So that's what you get when you try to rush through drawing something. You probably are gonna forget something. I forgot the 3 holes like on the other bottom plate. So I had to recut, I had to go back to the drawing board, recut our part. Pretty much exactly the same, just adding the holes to actually mount it. So there you go, it happens. But the nice thing about having your own machine is you don't have to wait for another company to cut your part out because you sent them the wrong drawing. It happens. So once I got the circle cut out with the holes for the screws, the next step was to cut out the wall that will wrap around the circle and hold up the basin. I didn't quite get the math right, and the piece ended up a little short. So I had to cut a thin strip of metal, fill the weld up to make it flush, and then grind it smooth to make it look like one solid piece.
At this point of the show, I was getting pulled away from the build pretty consistently to chat with people visiting the booth. I had so many fun conversations, but that meant Iggy had to carry the project.
The next step was to tack the bolts onto the bottom of the basin. The nuts for those bolts will be tightened against a rectangle with rounded corners and 2 bolt holes welded into the circular pan we just created. To make sure the bolts are going to be long enough, I just welded a test bolt to a piece of scrap metal we had lying around. And sure enough, there was just enough bolt sticking through to secure a nut. Man, is Aaron even still here? Who's he talking to?
Sorry, Iggy. Iggy, my man, I think you outdid yourself. And I'm very grateful because I was very busy with the fans. We're in a public place. We're at Hot August Nights here in Reno at the GSR. And we had a line of people out front. It was awesome. But you and Lon, I think...
Lon helped out quite a bit.
I think they nailed it. So Sammy's Beach Bar Rum, our little display, already sent it to Dad. He freaked out. He wants us to make more. I said, I don't know if Dave Wood will carve any more of those tikis, but we'll see what we can do. So thank you, my man.
Yeah, no
really,
problem.
really good job. And there you go. So we designed it, we cut it, pretty much Iggy and Lon built it. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.
To learn more about Lincoln Electric's line of plasma cutting tables, please visit torchmate.com.